Sometimes when I'm like, whoa, kind of look like a silverback in that window. It's funny when like my hair gets to a certain length and then I feel like I have to go like this, but I don't have enough to go like that. But I feel like I have to go like this. Problems. I have problems. Hi everybody, my name is Mike and I like pizza. Hi everybody, my name is Mike and I like chicken nuggets. Hi everybody. Hi everybody, my name is Mike and I really like pies. Hi, my name is Mike and I like to eat candies. So check this out. The winner of the giveaway has been decided. And no, I'm not playing favorites. I'm not playing favorites here. Dust. The rustic wood wall makes things real dusty. The winner's been chosen, and there's no going back. Steve Garner, you're the winner. You said on my video that you have fear of failure in general. And that's what we're going to talk about today in this video. Please send me your information, your measurements. I'll need your social security number, and you get to choose one of these GCs. Same denomination, you get to choose. Alright, so today's video we're going to talk a little bit about fear of failure. Why do we all have it? How do we conquer it? What do we do about it? And some other stuff. Like, what are we going to do about it? And is it for real? Is it for real? Alright, so I gotta start out by saying that it seems to me that when people try to help other people, when people try to give other people advice, they promise that they have these new secrets or this one foolproof trick that always works every single time. I can't promise you that. I don't have any of that stuff. I'm scared of a ton of stuff. Okay, I'm scared of failure. But there's a couple things that I like to do that might help you too. I know what I'm talking about, of course. So fear is, and especially fear of failure, is something that's been around for ever. And failure is something that's been around forever too. Some dude probably went out and threw something at a woolly mammoth and it didn't die. And that's a failure. And that guy is a failure. So what I'm trying to do here merely is to give you a new way to think about something old, okay? I don't have the perfect recipe for success, but I think these are things you can add to your weight loss recipe. See my other video to get success. Hydration is the key to all success in this life. I think the reason we fear failure so much is because when we set out to do something, it's really, really important to us. So weight loss is really important to me, and it's important for a lot of reasons. It's important because I want to be healthy, and right now I'm breathing really heavily, and I don't want to do that on a day-to-day. So I think the possibility of failure with something that's so important is enough to make a person not do that thing, even though he or she knows how to do that thing. I know how to lose weight. Stop eating so much and move more. That's how you do it. That is how you do it. But I haven't done it yet in my life and I'm 35 years old. So what? It's because I'm afraid to fail, okay? And a lot of times it's super, super public, right? You tell everybody that you're losing weight, you tell everybody that you're eating healthy, and then what happens if you don't? But the worst thing we could possibly do is allow fear to hinder our growth and stop us from progressing mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever. You gotta blow it out. You gotta say, blow off fear, blow it. I'm gonna blow you down. So let's think about it like this. Here's a new perspective. My boy, his name's Tim Ferris. I don't know him personally. I'd like to shake his hand. But he has something that's called fear setting, okay? This came from a guy named Seneca, okay? And what this does is it urges you to focus on the question of what is the true cost of the status quo. So if you have fear of failure of doing something, let's say weight loss, ask yourself these questions. This is the first step. My boy Tim Ferris hooked it up for us. First question is, what is the worst case scenario if I do what I'm considering? So sit down, get yourself a pen or a pencil, make sure it's a number 2, and write down what you think the worst case scenario is if you take the plunge. So decide what the worst case scenario is if you do what you're considering doing. Second question, ask yourself, what can you do to prevent the worst case scenario from happening? Seasonal allergies. Okay, so maybe jot down 3 or 4 things that will prevent that thing from happening. That's not easy, but do it. And then this one, which I think is really, really important because it allows you to fail, but then pull yourself up by your big old bootstraps. If the worst case scenario does happen, what can I do to repair that? How can I get back up on my feet after I fail that hard? Okay, so you've got those 3 questions, all right? Write those things down. You need to approach your fear. So this is his idea of approaching fear and beginning to learn from it. The next step, after you've answered those 3 questions and have a good idea of what your fear is and what the worst case scenario is and what you might do if that worst case scenario were to occur, ask yourself, what is the cost of inaction? See that? Now think about this in terms of physically, emotionally, financially, however you want to think about this, and write down what you think the true cost of inaction is in 6 months, 1 year, and 3 years. This allows you to confront reality, all right? Really, truly think about what will happen to you if you keep things the same. If you let that fear of failure take over and run your life. So that's fear setting, all right? It's best if you do this with a pen and a piece of paper, all right? Just sit down and spend some time with your thoughts, figure out what the worst case scenario is, figure out what you can do to pull yourself up if that happens, and then really, really consider, here I come, what is the true cost of inaction? Oh, I felt that one down in the old, down there. Hopefully coming up with answers to those questions for yourself is enough to make the fear of failure a little bit more manageable. Fear is not a weakness, all right? Fear is not a weakness. I'm scared of stuff. I'm scared of spiders. Sometimes I'm scared of the dark. I'm being straight with you. I'm a grown man. There's skinwalkers in there in the dark. Skinwalkers live in the dark. They're there all the time, every day. Figure out for yourself what the true cost of inaction is. You can move forward. Like this. This is moving forward. Here comes my eyeball. All right, again, Steve, thanks for your comment on my video a couple weeks ago where you talk about the fear of failure. Come to my house and get your prize and I'll make you a meal. And I'll give you your Funyuns too. And maybe a back rub. And I don't know, maybe we can put on our bathrobes and go out in the backyard. And maybe we can have some Otter Pops. Dibs on all the pink ones though, sucker. Thanks for watching the video. Again, I'm no expert, but I do have little bits of advice and I do like to look for new perspectives on the same old BS. And you know what? Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, all right? Push the bell too. The bell notifies you when stuff goes up. Alright? So maybe next time you'll win one of these. I'll give away the other one soon. You can't have both of them, Steve. You can't have both. You only have one. Don't be greedy. Share this with your buddies. Share this with your bros. Share this with your ladies. What's up, ladies? Another cooking video coming your way. Probs this week. And now I'm going to put up the obligatory 1,000 quotes about fear to help you with stuff. Not really 1,000, but there's a couple that I really, really like. Y'all have been a great crowd. Keep on doing the right thing and keep on living this sexy life. In Utah, we have these accents where we don't pronounce things correctly. Like, we say the word meal is like mill. Like, hey, let's make up a mill. Let's go hiking on the trail. Oh, let's paint our nails. Want to paint our nails? And so I sometimes say failure. And I'm not going to do that here because that makes me sound like a 13-year-old. And I don't want to sound like that. I'm a grown man and I do what I want.
Are you finished, Mr. Slade?